Do you remember before you were born? Of course not. And that's exactly my point. Birthday milestones never fazed me. I didn't think about them, but something changed when I hit my 60s. That's when you realize there are more miles behind you than ahead of you. That sounds depressing until you stop and think about it. Mark Twain once said, "I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it." Mark Twain was one of those rare individuals that could even make mortality funny. The truth is, none of us is getting out of here alive. We all know that. We just don't like to think about it. But here's the weird part. I'm not sure death is the thing we should fear. Think about a sunset. Nobody gets angry or sad because the sun went down. They just accept it because that's what sunsets do. Maybe life works the same way. Death isn't a malfunction. It's just part of the design, and that's what gives life its value. If we had forever, we'd put everything off, even more than some of us do now. I'll take that trip to Alaska someday. I'll call my mom tomorrow. I'll tell my wife I love her, eventually. Mortality is life's deadline, and deadlines have a way of getting us to focus on what really matters. My mom is in her mid-80s now. About a year ago, I actually managed to get her to sit down and do an interview on camera. Now, she brought up the topic, but then I asked her if she was afraid of dying.
Is when my time comes, don't grieve that much. I had my life, and I chose whatever it became, I chose it. And part of it is never your fault, but most of it is. And go on with your life, be happy, have good thoughts of me, forget the bad, and know that I'm not scared.
I know my mom well enough to know that she was being sincere. At 86, she has a serenity that wasn't always there. Honestly, I think she'd be more worried about running out of chocolate than running out of time. But you know what? That gives me hope, even though I don't know what comes next. Many people of faith believe in an afterlife, but there are an awful lot of people who simply admit, I don't know. Maybe there is an afterlife. Maybe there isn't. Either way, arguing about it or worrying about it won't change a thing. What we can change now is how we spend today. So here's my reality check. Death isn't stealing your life. Wasting today is. Taking today for granted is. So call your family, take that trip, and tell your wife or your husband you love them today. Because one day, your story ends. The only question is whether it was worth reading.